All right, this is a quick tip to help you find your balance on a skinny board with a parawing. So this is the Sunova Aviator. It's 6'6" by 18 and 90 liters versus my 86 kilos of weight. When I first tried this board with the parawing, I found it to be incredibly tippy, way tippier than I ever had experienced downwind subfoiling or with a wing. It's just the flight pattern of the parawing doesn't give you the same balance characteristics. So this tip is going to require that you have a harness and a harness loop in order to stabilize this board. And the way this works is while you are sitting on your board, you are actually going to go ahead and hook in to your parawing while sitting on the deck. At that point, your parawing will naturally, with the bar oriented like this, it's naturally going to want to lay its wingtip down on the edge of the water. Once it's parked there, you are able to go hands-free, and it won't come unhooked. You can go hands-free and put both hands on the deck of the board to then get to your knees. When you're there, with this hooked in, both hands on the board, knees and feet up on the back of the deck, you're going to have forward momentum right away, and that's going to stabilize everything, and you are suddenly going to have no problem going from here with both hands off the bar to here where you're grabbing it, coming up into a position, and then getting to your feet. A few things that you'll experience along the way when you do this. Depending on the weight of your bar, if this is the bottom of your bar, that weight might steer the parawing back towards 12. This is why having a super lightweight bar will be your friend in the future. If it starts to steer back towards 12, I actually just use my head and I kind of nudge the bar to re-steer it back down. I know it sounds goofy, it feels goofy, it probably looks goofy, but it works, and it gets you up and going on a skinny board so that your low end for your takeoff on your parawings is much better. Other things that you'll question and want to figure out along the way. If it is light wind, you will want to park your parawing downwind of the nose of your board. This way the parawing will maintain power and the board will naturally generate resistance to the kite as you go that direction. If it's nuking and you're way overpowered, park the parawing upwind of your skinny board and point the nose downwind. Do the same exact technique, hook in, put both hands on the board, and get going. Having the nose downwind will depower it a little bit so you're not getting jerked around so badly. Other things that you can do depending on your harness loop, if you are super overpowered, I just slide the harness loop up on the bar. And if you are underpowered and worried about it falling out of the sky, just slide it down to here. And then when you hook in and you go hands-free, it's maintaining a somewhat powered position. So those are the tips for this. I'm going to show you a quick close-up of the harness and the loop so you get a little bit better feel of that, and we'll go from there. So I just want to show up close exactly what we're trying to achieve with this harness hook and this loop. So when you park your parawing off to the side, this is the bottom of your bar. That bar is going to want to move like this, and when the bar falls like that, the parawing swings up to 12 o'clock. So you want the parawing to stay parked on its wingtip on the water. So you want a relatively rigid harness loop, and then you want as wide of a hook as you can get. If the hook is really narrow, it allows this to roll more. So with a somewhat wide hook and a somewhat wide plate back here to resist turning, this system works together to prevent that bottom side of the bar from dropping and from allowing the parawing to go back to 12 o'clock. All right, I hope that proves to be super helpful for you. For me, when I was beginning parawinging, I really struggled with the low end of the parawings, and the two boards that I have are either minus 10 liters or this one is plus 4 liters versus my weight. So I think that these skinny boards, these mini downwind boards, can be incredibly valuable for your learning the parawing progression, because once I started using this technique and I eliminated the difficulty of getting to my feet, um, this board became an absolute weapon and I loved it. It really, really helped me get just a big chunk of successful days, one after another, to the point where I felt so much more confident in my understanding of how the board and the parawing work together to get my takeoffs. So yeah, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment below. Otherwise, I hope to see you at the river.